Hello Kids Club, it is me, Miss Emma. Do you miss me? I really miss all of you. I think about you all every day. So today I am going to teach you a really easy, awesome craft. It's a craft that I used to do for hours and hours and hours to pass the time when I was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I used to do this all the time, and it's weaving. I used to sit in this specific armchair and I would weave as I listened to all of the Harry Potter audiobooks. And what I love about this craft is you get something tangible that you can use. You're going to make a swatch of fabric that you can use as a coaster. You know those things where you have like an icy glass of water and you set it on so it doesn't leave a ring on your wooden coffee table? A coaster. You could make a blanket for your cat. You could make a blanket for your LOL doll. You could make a blanket for your head. There's lots of creative uses for the swatches of fabric that we're going to make. You could even make a blanket because you could weave together multiple small swatches of fabric and then sew them together to make a larger piece of fabric. Okay, so here's what you need. Number one, you need a cardboard box. Any size cardboard box will do. If you have a really big cardboard box, then you're going to make a really big piece of fabric. If you have a small cardboard box, you're going to make a smaller swatch of fabric, maybe like a coaster size piece of fabric. Next thing, you need scissors, and then you need string. Unfortunately, I only have white string, which is kind of boring, but I was thinking maybe I could color it with markers and make it kind of rainbow, and that could be cool. Hopefully you have some sort of colorful yarn. Really thin string, like I have all sorts of string in here. Like this isn't super good. It's going to take you forever to weave this. Okay, you take your cardboard box and you're going to cut notches in your cardboard box all the way across, about a ½ inch apart. I'm going to show you. Take my scissors, get an adult to help you. If you have really thick cardboard, it can be hard to cut. And I'm going to cut. All right. Now do you see I cut about halfway down and I just have this notch, okay? Then I'm going to move a little bit over. About that far over, I'm going to cut another notch, okay? And then I'm going to keep doing that all the way across. Do, do, do. I've almost made it. See? Lots of notches. I'll go ahead and pause the video and skip ahead to when I've done this across the whole box. Alright, so I have cut notches around the entire box. And let me show you something. So here are the notches on this side. And I've tried, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but I've tried to match them up on the other side so that this notch here matches up with this notch here, okay? I also cut notches on the other side of the box. So the whole box has notches around it at about ½ inch. Next thing we're going to do is put in our strings, our base strings. Cut a bunch of strings. I'm now going to place these strings into my box as such. All right. Hover them above the notches and just push them down. Might take some wiggling. And then pull them taut so you get that. If they feel a little loose, you can always tie a knot right here, but it's probably not necessary. All right, put the next one in. Wiggling, wiggling. And the next one in. All right, I'll pause the video and catch up with you once I have all of these in. All right, everybody, I have placed my first layer of strings. Now I'm going to place more strings across, like so. Also, if I can't get one of them in, I need to put in another notch or this is going to be crooked. Hold on. It helps if you like kind of bend open the tab and then place it in. All right. See? Next one. We're creating a grid. So go ahead and continue to put all of those strings in these notches. All right, here I have it, my grid. You know, I was thinking instead of a knot, way easier, you could take some masking tape or duct tape or whatever you have and just some extra security for these strings. All right, now we get to the fun part. Let's pretend that I put the masking tape all the way around. I am going to cut a really long piece of string. Now, this probably isn't going to be enough for the entire weaving. For sure, it's not going to be enough, but it'll be a start. And the bigger box that you use, the easier this is, because you can see with my tiny little box, it's a little bit hard to get my fingers in there to tie the knot that I'm about to tie, but it's definitely possible. All right, so I am taking my string, bringing it under the first string, and I am just going to tie one little knot. Okay? Just a knot like you always tie a knot, okay? Then I am going to take this knot, I'm going to pick it up with my fingers and pull it to the very back, to the very start of my box, okay? So now I have attached my really long string to my grid. And then it's just a really repetitive process of over and under. Then the next string we go over. Let me hold it up like this. Over and under. See that? And over and under. And over and under and over. And as I do that, my strings are coming a little bit loose, but that's no big deal. I just pull them taut again. All right, once I've done over, under, like so. So you can see I have gone over, then under, then over, then under, then over, then under. Then I pull my really long string. Carefully so that it doesn't tangle. Keep pulling all the way through, okay? And then I'm going to take my fingers and I'm just going to pull it against the side of the box. Then I'm going to go back the other way, and this is important, okay? See how at the very end we ended with over? That means that we need to go under for the next one. See that? Okay, and then we start the process all over again. Under, then over. Then under, then over, then under, then over, then under, then over. And I promise you, if you're finding this at all frustrating, you'll get the hang of it pretty quick, and then it becomes super easy. And then we pull our long string through. And we have oops, I got a knot. Our second layer. Now you don't want to pull too tight or it'll warp your grid. You just want it to be pretty securely on there. See, I have 2 layers now. All right, let's do another. So here, the last one I did was under. Update everyone, you're gonna have to forgive me. It's been a while since I've done this. I don't think we need the strings that are going horizontally across. I don't think they add much extra support, and they kind of just get in the way. So I apologize. I recommend that you remove them. You don't have to. Maybe they do add a little bit of extra support, but I removed mine because I didn't feel like I needed them. Also, I put some masking tape at the end of my string, which makes it a lot easier to weave through. See you soon. All right, everybody, you can see how much I've completed so far. Over, under. And I'm almost out of string, which is no big deal. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, while I still have a good amount of string left to make it easy, I'm going to tie a knot. There, just a normal little knot. I'm going to pull it really tight. And then I'm going to do a double knot just to be safe. We can probably get away with a single, but just to be really safe, I'm going to do a double knot. And then I'm going to trim it. Then I'm going to get another really long piece of string. I'm going to tie it on just like before. And then I'm going to start weaving again. I'll trim that later. All right, everybody, I have done all the weaving. You can go to the very edge at the bottom of the box, but it's a little annoying, and you don't have to. So, next step, you are going to remove the masking tape if you put it on, or whatever tape you used. And you're going to take out 2 of the notches at a time, and then you're just going to tie them into a knot. Don't pull too tight, and then double knot it. Here we go. Next 2. Knot and knot. Again, don't pull too tight because it'll scrunch it. So you can see, just tying knots at the end. You're going to go all the way down. Knot and knot. I'll be back in a second. All right, we have a situation where we have 3 strings, so of course we can't tie those into 2 separate knots. So what I recommend is if you end up with 3 at the end, tie 2 of them together. And then, so I've tied these 2 together, and then I'm also going to tie these 2 together. So the middle string kind of shares both of the side strings. And then also with the middle string, tie 2 double knots on either side. All right, now I'll do the other side. All right, so once you have tied all of your double knots, at the end you're ready to remove your piece of weaving. Woohoo! Now you have some options. If you don't like these strings, you can cut them off. I kind of like them. They act as like a little frayed edge, but I want them to be even. So I'm just going to go through and trim them. Give it a little haircut. I wish I'd kept them a little longer. Learn from my mistakes. I think it looks better when they're a little longer, personally. All right, I'm gonna flatten them out. like I mentioned, since I have white string, hopefully you have some colorful yarn. To go through and add some stripes. And do you know what I wonder? I wonder what this looks like if I take a paintbrush and dip the paintbrush into water and paint it and paint the marker. I think it will probably kind of blend out a little bit in a nice way. I'm gonna grab water really fast. Got a cup of water. Oh, yeah, exactly as expected. So when I add water to the marker, it kind of softens it, almost like dyes the fabric a little bit. Makes it look less scratchy, a little bit more natural. Fun. All right, let's add another color. So as all of you, if any of you take me up on this and do some weaving, please, please, please send a picture to me or Brenda so that I can post it on the Kids Club Pinterest page and share it with people. Nice. Looks cool. You know, I'll probably end up cutting these off. I think they look a little crazy. But I'm excited about my new coaster. I can put my morning coffee on this. Or I can make more, sew them together, make a larger swatch of fabric. Or maybe I'll just put it on my head. I don't know. Thanks for watching, you guys. Miss you.